This is another movie Lingo discussion. I'm Eddie Lingo.
I'm Nate.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Kendall.
I'm Cody.
And today we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z. What was the full name of it?
Resurrection F?
Resurrection F in English, Revival F in Japanese.
There we go. I knew it had more than one name. So the Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball.
Yes. So this was a limited screening, limited event for 1 week in limited theaters, and we had the luxury of being able to watch it. Cody, please tell us about it for those that didn't see it.
All right, so basically, quick plot of the movie. Another one of Frieza's higher-up goons, who also has a very ice cream cold-related name. His name is Sorbet. He basically locates the Dragon Balls and wishes Frieza back to life. Frieza is in pieces, but they have now advanced their technology to where they can bring his body back in a better, powerful way. Frieza comes back, and he is still like pledging revenge on Goku and Trunks. Actually, are the two Saiyans he's looking for. A lot of people I was talking to thought it was Vegeta, but Vegeta never killed Frieza. It was Goku and Trunks, but Trunks is now a baby, so that isn't the right Trunks. That's why they can't find him. But so they do the basic DBZ thing where Goku and Vegeta are away, so they can't fight, and they Krillin and Tien and Gohan and Piccolo and Master Roshi all hold off Frieza's minions, which are by the thousands, until Goku and Vegeta can show up and kick him around for a little bit.
That's pretty much the movie. So let's go around the table, starting with you, Nate. How did you feel about the movie?
I enjoyed it. I'm not a super hardcore Dragon Ball Z fan. I know about the show. I've seen episodes of it before, but I haven't sat down and watched it chronologically and like, oh man, this plot is so great. Like I enjoy it for what it is. It's just a quick beat 'em up cartoon. And I enjoyed this movie for what it is, which was kind of a quick beat 'em up cartoon movie.
All right. Quick. I don't know about quick, but yeah. All right.
It wasn't very long.
The
2
movie,
hours.
Was it? It felt like it was short to me.
It did.
Nicole, how did you feel about the Dragon Ball Z movie?
I didn't like it.
No?
Get out.
No. Okay. But I really didn't like it. I felt like the whole thing was like my penis is bigger than your penis type situation.
That's what Dragon Ball Z is.
That's
Well, obviously somebody disagreed with you on that one. So
well, like
I peed.
she keeps getting derailed.
I'm just gonna go home. There's no point in me being here. I'm just gonna walk home. Don't worry about it. I'm good.
So no, continue. You know, yeah, it's like
Someone's
But like
salty.
about the show, I've seen episodes of the show, and like this is gonna sound very harsh. If you like the show, I apologize for what I'm about to say, but a shit show does not make up for a shit movie.
I think you just lost those new followers I told you about.
Wow.
So like,
You just stabbed millions in the
it's
chest.
just a lot of the movie. Like in the beginning of the movie, I was into it.
Yeah.
I was liking it, and then that he mentions like, oh, I can turn back time, and I'm like, well, there
Wait,
it goes.
when you refer to the beginning of the movie, are you talking about when they're just talking about what's going to happen later on in the movie? So what,
you're
no,
You're
the
into,
time
like-
dude. No, like okay.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when they mention like when they're
Whis.
training and all, I was into that. And then Whis is like, oh, I can turn back time, and I'm like, well, there goes my. That's how the movie's gonna get saved. That's exactly what happened. So I was like, well, this sucks. So I did like that little flamboyant.
I have 6 different trump cards. My name's
I
Whis.
loved him though. I will say
Alright.
that he
No,
was awesome.
I think she's talking about the spaceman.
Yeah,
Jacko?
yeah,
Yeah.
he was great.
That was cool.
yeah, actually he was.
Whis was. I liked Whis though,
Yeah,
Okay.
Whis was dumb.
but
Nice hair.
Kendall, how did you feel about the Dragon Ball Z movie?
Well, I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. You know, that was my childhood when I was
When you were a child? Yeah.
That was my childhood as an adult.
We're all big man childs here. Even
are.
Nicole.
But as a movie, I liked it. It didn't live up to the expectations I had for it. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't, amazing like everybody thought it was gonna be. For me, anyway.
Totally understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was I don't know. The pacing was off. It didn't get to it fast enough, and then when it did, it was too fast.
Yeah,
What they
pacing is
got to.
everything. Pacing is everything. All right, Cody.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Kendall. I liked the movie. It was fun. That's what Dragon Ball Z has always been about. Dragon Ball Z is not complex plots and like, you're not getting an intense like deep Inception-wise plot. Like there's a guy, he's strong. Let's get stronger, beat him up. Okay, there's a new strong guy. That's that's the formula that Dragon Ball Z has always been ever since it started, and I liked it. It was fun. It did feel a little bit rushed. I have a point to make later on about that, and we'll discuss that. But there were some times when, like, for example, I wish Vegeta would have gotten more of a fight. Like, Vegeta is the all badass Saiyan character who, like, Vegeta's always powered by his rage. Vegeta's always trying to top Goku, and Vegeta, I'm just gonna get to the point now. He hit Frieza a total of 9 times in the entire movie.
Wow.
And the thing about Vegeta is, I was talking to a friend of mine. You should be able to not count how many times Vegeta hits him, or it should only be 1. There should never be a set number. Like, so it was fun. Seeing them go Super Saiyan God was fun. I unfortunately haven't gotten to see Battle of the Gods yet. I know what happens, but I just haven't seen the actual movie, so I was a little bit, but Dragon Ball Z is an easy film to follow, so even if I didn't see Battle of the Gods, like I said, there's a guy, he's strong, let's get stronger. So.
Well, I was highly disappointed. I did not like it. Yay, it's 2 of us.
We can leave together.
Yeah, safely, right? So, yeah, even though that's the formula, I felt like still that there could have been some evolution of everyone. I was disappointed that after all these years passed, I felt like everybody was still at the same level. I would like to have seen a small, even though they don't compare to Vegeta, Goku, or whoever they're fighting next, I would like to see some evolution of everyone else. So I felt like I was getting the exact same thing that they left off years ago, even though years have passed. And then and we have to always wait to the end for the stronger heroes to come. And I wasn't really in the mood for that. I don't know. It was boring to me. I don't know how else to say it. The pacing, it wasn't quick enough. And yeah, I really would just have liked some evolution of everyone else. See the growth, see some cool new things. Also, one of my biggest gripes, actually, that's what I was trying to remember. And some of the other sagas, as they evolved, they became fighting so fast. They were so elite that you couldn't even see them unless you were like on a higher level. And I feel like if everybody's still at the same level they were, and they're now exceeding this level, they shouldn't have been able to see anything. You know how they have those moments like in the Cell Saga where there's just like these quick little
Yeah.
I felt like that's how the whole final battle should have been for them. I hate that they wait around to watch something that they're not even evolved enough to see, but yet they let them watch it and get all excited about it anyway. But that's just my personal opinion. So, now that I have totally probably stepped on toes and you guys are ready to fire back at me.
I said it was shit. I mean,
well, you know.
I didn't step on toes. I stepped on legs.
Yeah, I mean, it's different for you because you only, like, you mentioned
kneecaps.
a couple of episodes, so it's obvious that you weren't as much of a fan going in.
Yeah, the couple episodes that I saw, like, did not interest me. It was the same.
I mean, also, with the episodes, they prolong. Like, fights would take months.
Yeah.
To finish. They, and whatever resource you were using, if it was Cartoon Network, they milked it. Like sometimes there would be
there would be a
30-minute
half a
episode,
season.
but they will still only give you 15 minutes because of commercials, and they will break that 30-minute episode into 2 parts. So that could be a reason why you just like, what are we waiting on? You know.
And I mean, there are some episodes I will agree in Dragon Ball Z that are like, it sucked because there's just like they're taunting each other for an extended period of time. But like, part of the thing that I feel Dragon Ball Z's appeal is that anticipation of like, okay, we see Goku and like Cell are just standing there, or like not. Let's take Gohan and Cell. We see Gohan and Cell are standing there taunting each other, and they're just charging up for an extended period of time. You're like, oh fuck, what's gonna happen?
Who's gonna get there first?
And then you see Gohan go Super Saiyan 2, which is the first time that's ever happened.
Right.
Like, the build up works. It just, in this movie, the pacing was a little off. So, I mean, Dragon Ball Z is a TV show, like most every TV shows. Like, there are great episodes, but there are also some episodes that don't, like, hit the mark.
They're filler episodes.
Yeah.
To extend the story. Nicole, what issues did you have with it, or as far as the movie itself?
I'm not a big fan of it, solely because of the reason that I'm going to get into. The fight scene with the action, I did enjoy it very much, but I didn't like the idea of like, oh, I've been training for so long, look at my powers. No, I've been training for so long, look at my powers. Like, well, bitch, I'm gold. Like, I just didn't. It just seemed like a big, like, who's got a bigger penis than who, and I just didn't. I don't enjoy those kinds of scenarios.
I
Personally,
growing up for
personally.
me, I mean, I was grown when they pretty much finally started. Well, I watched Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z, and it was always to me about if you want to be the best, you have to work at it. Like you can't just sit back and be like.
It's actually just an intense motivational series.
Yeah, that's kind of how I took it. Like you want to be the better person, you work at it, and that's kind of where Frieza in the beginning kind of realized I've never trained a single day in my life, and you're telling me that they beat Boo, like the all powerful Boo, like oh well I guess I need to train now so I can get my revenge, and it's still kind of. I mean, that's kind of what it really is for me. But I get it. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
It was the way that he was like saying it, because he was saying it in a way that's like, well, I'll show them. Like my freaking, I'm way bigger than they are.
I mean,
like,
that also is Frieza. Like, if you go back and watch like the Frieza saga, Frieza is that guy who's just like, he literally is. I'm bigger than you. Like he starts off in his smaller form, and even then he's incredibly powerful. But when he gets to his second form with his horns, he like mutilates Krillin with his horns. He kills Piccolo. Like he's just all about like, look at these puny weaklings. I'm so much better than you. And it's Dragon Ball Z, so it's not like I have a bigger penis than you. But that's who Frieza is.
It's like Ron Burgundy.
that's
saying,
just what
yeah,
that whole fight
that big.
seemed like to me.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's one of the charms of Dragon Ball Z, though. Like I get that that's not some people's thing, but like literally the animators at one point when the Super Saiyan 2 when his hair got longer, they just wanted to make it absurd. Was it 3?
3 is when the hair gets.
Oh
longer.
yeah, they were just like, all right, how fucking stupid can we make
Yeah,
this?
how
Let's make
crazy
his
and
hair
out of control can
grow
this get?
for no reason.
Yeah.
I feel
That's
like,
one of the
though,
charms of it.
I feel like though with a show like this, with a movie like this, it's you love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
don't,
that is true.
you know what I mean? Like
That's
that's
a fair point.
Yeah, I think my problem was like if it wasn't something I just came across on TV, it probably wouldn't bother me as much. But because it was made as like a special event, limited release, and put in
I
theaters,
agree.
I was expecting
more.
like not just visually, but I was expecting just just as far as execution, a new level. Like this is why we're giving it to you on the big screen because boom, we're doing
Yeah.
this now,
I
and I
can-
feel like we got the same
I
thing.
can agree with that, but I also see it as like okay, this is going to be a broad comparison, but it has a point to it. I see this as what the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 was. There was no point in that movie
Right.
other than to set up the last part of the movie.
Very true.
There's no point other than to just set up and get people excited for
The
reissued series, Dragon Ball Z Super or Dragon Ball Super, whatever it is.
I agree with you 100%.
So yeah, I was a little disappointed. It fell a little bit short of the mark, but still, like, as you guys have seen with what I've purchased recently and what I am going to purchase soon, is that this movie, as a fan of Dragon Ball Z, got me back in that Dragon Ball Z spirit. Like, I was like, oh my god, Goku's got god powers, and so does Vegeta, but Frieza can go gold, and Gohan can still go Super Saiyan, but he's not up to his training. Like, I'm excited to see where it goes from here. And so for me, it did its job of getting me excited to go back into the series. And I think that's kind of what they were going for.
Yeah, I agree with that now, thinking about, but walking out of the theater, I was just like, but I set myself up. That was my own fault. Which is what most people do in movie situations. Sometimes a movie can be phenomenal, but because I'm expecting this and you just give me this,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh, it sucked, but everybody's like, no, it was great.
It's all about perspective. Like,
Yeah.
If you're expecting this and you get this, then you think it's the greatest movie ever. But
Exactly.
vice versa,
I mean,
you're
this has been a part of people's lives for years. The show's been going
Very
on.
true, very true.
People love it.
Well, I have one gripe, and then we can talk about what we like. You already mentioned how they screwed Vegeta. But I felt like in that last moment when Vegeta's about to blast him and they've already turned back time and then Goku comes and he powers up, I still feel like while Vegeta was sitting there watching it power up and waiting for it to come, he still could have destroyed the Earth.
Yeah.
So I felt like they
Yeah.
should have done something better, like maybe like he just, right before he does it, some beam just comes and cuts off his arm and then he's like, ah! And then
I was expecting something like that.
yeah,
Quite honest.
and then
I wanted
Vegeta
I
looks
wanted
up like, what the? And then he gives the
I wanted
big...
Vegeta to end it. Like, honestly.
I did want that.
Like, I liked the
I think
scene.
Vegeta wanted it.
Because you see Goku and Vegeta are constantly tagging in and out, and which
Right.
is funny because like that's just they're always trying to be better than the other one, and like, oh no, you only want to fight him now because you see his weakness. Like that was good. I liked that. But in that scene where they turned back time, like these Super Saiyans, these Super Saiyan God, like they have the most incredible powers and reflexes on the planet. I really wanted like Vegeta to notice that Goku was coming after they turned back time and just snap Frieza's neck right there, or like kick him in the
That would've
neck
been
and
good.
something like that.
Or yeah, if they're almost they were almost equals at this point, right? Or pretty much still.
But they're almost equals, but I still at this point think Goku's a little bit
because
more powerful.
he did say something about it like this is why you'll never
top
Yeah,
Goku.
that's true. Because if they were equals, I would have liked him to sense it and then maybe even deflect it.
Yeah.
And then finish it himself.
Yeah.
Like that was mine, and they can argue about it when the credits roll, or something to that effect. But anyway, so let's talk about favorite scenes. What do you like, Kendall? Let me start with you.
My favorite scene, even though Vegeta got shortchanged in this movie, which really pisses me off because Vegeta is my favorite character, but just him going Super Saiyan God and that scene, his transition from legs to hair,
I love that transition.
Yeah, he just goes blue. That was the favorite scene. That made it for me.
That was pretty awesome. How about you, Cody?
I liked when I first saw the advertisements for Battle of the Gods, I was a little bit hesitant about the blue. I didn't know how I felt about that. Once I saw once I saw the transformation and the gold from Frieza and the blue from the Super Saiyan God, like the hum around their body, that I felt those actually clashed pretty well. But I think one of my favorite scenes was actually way more towards the beginning. Was I love Goku, I love Vegeta, I love that, but I really loved seeing Krillin, Piccolo, Roshi, Gohan, and Jocko, and Tien, and fight off those, there was a little something that bugged me was, and I talked to Kendall about this, we saw Tien do the Tri-Beam,
Yes.
we saw Krillin do Destructo Disc, we saw Piccolo do Special Beam Cannon, and even Roshi did a Kamehameha. Gohan did not do his special attack, any of them, which sucked. We didn't see any Masenko, and
I mean, he went Super Saiyan once.
he went Super Saiyan. Yeah, he went Super Saiyan to punch that one guy, and then he reverted. But I mean, that does follow into the line of Gohan's a dad now, so he is watching over his kid, but he's a way more protective father than Goku was.
Right.
Goku was like, let's go train, whereas Gohan's like, I want my kid to be okay.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed seeing all the characters fighting like differently than I realize I've been looking at the camera at all. I really enjoyed seeing all the different characters fight differently and with their styles, and I really liked Jocko. I thought he was like a funny addition.
He was funny.
The way he fights, when he did when he fell on the floor and spin in a circle and shot them all down, and he was just like, bang. I was like, this is funny.
Yes, I enjoyed him a lot.
Yeah, I liked that big fight scene against all the minions though.
I have a question though, because I saw Battle of the Gods, and Jocko wasn't in it, and I don't know where Jocko's from. He just kind of showed up.
Like
Space Cop.
Space Cop, pretty much.
Yeah, but they kind of
They have a Jocko figure over there. I think he's from probably like a estranged episode.
Yeah, because they do have those in like some that are not translated to English,
Yeah.
which I haven't seen because I don't like the Japanese voice.
I don't know exactly where he's from. When I saw Jocko, he looked familiar to me. I can't pin where he's from, but I'm pretty sure he's somewhere else in the series. They probably have something, or maybe from one of the other canon movies.
Yeah, because they're like special 1 hour episodes that take place after, which I haven't seen.
All right. Well, I'm not. I don't. Did you have anything that you like? Because I don't.
I like Jocko.
Okay. Nate, do you think in 60 seconds you can tell me what your favorite thing was?
Yeah, sure. I really liked the scenes with Beerus and Whis. I liked how just like nonchalant about everything they were, because they're so above all of it.
Yeah.
Like, Whis is literally like, you can't touch me. I'm literally perfection. Like, just like kind of like Goku and Vegeta are like giving it their all, like both fighting him, and he's just kind of like gliding around, like they can't touch him.
It's just funny to him.
And then Beerus wakes up and sneezes, and his sneeze sends out like an explosive energy blast that destroys a planet. That almost like takes off the heads of Goku and Vegeta, and they're just like
destroyed a moon actually.
I like that face.
I'm just saying, it was a moon.
Moon him.
yeah. And then during the last
That's what
fight
you get
scene,
for saying that there's no dinosaurs. They're all just
whatever. During the last fight scene, when they were just eating ice cream, like, oh, this could, and oh, that was a bad move. Yeah, this ice cream's really good. Like, they just did not care. It was great.
Awesome. All right, so I think it's safe to say that we can rate it now, and everybody else on the 10 scale. So I'm gonna start with you, Nate. What do you rate this movie?
Shit, I was just thinking, like, what do I rate this movie? I guess I'm gonna go with a 7, because I can respect Dragon Ball Z as a franchise. I think it's done very well for itself, and I can see that it's like something good because it has a massive following. but I'm not really. I can't really call myself a fan per se. Just like I respect it, and I enjoyed this movie because of it. Yeah.
Nicole, what is your rating?
I feel like an ass now.
Don't feel like an ass.
Yeah,
Everybody's
don't
been-
respect
like an
things
ass.
they don't like.
Respectable, upstanding. It was shit.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I don't like the franchise. I respect that you do because I have shows that I liked as a child that I'm sure you wouldn't like.
Right.
But
I wouldn't say that shit makes shit movies.
That's gonna be held over me for a long time.
all right.
You have to,
So you
you
give
have
it
to walk home today.
a
Sorry.
3. So
I'll call an Uber or something. Yeah, it's 3.
a 3.
Not a 1 because
that the lowest?
Nate made me feel bad.
Yeah, no
Rating?
one's ever given a number that low.
That's
It's
the
the
lowest.
first 3 in the movie Lingo rating history.
You heard it here, guys.
That's
She
it.
hates fun.
Number,
Okay.
all right, Kendall. What's your?
Cole loves orphans.
That'll make everybody feel better.
Yeah.
No. She likes making them orphans. I should rephrase that.
Please no. This is the internet.
That's what the kids say before you kill their parents.
She creates Batman.
There you
Would
go.
you?
All right, come on.
Yeah. So
Batman's done very well for himself.
Dragon Ball Z, I'd give it a 7.5. You know, it was good. You know, I enjoyed it. It's just my gripes as a fan had brought it lower because you know I was constantly nitpicking. But you know, it's a fun watch. You know, it gets you back into that DBZ spirit. So, you know, go watch it. It's fun.
All right, Cody.
They can't go watch it.
Yeah, they can. It's still out.
DVD.
Yeah, and it's gonna come out on DVD.
Literally
Yeah, when it
can't
comes to
watch
DVD, 'cause I think the 6th through the
You're
12th
not
was
allowed.
the theater event nationwide.
But I'm gonna give it a 7 too. Like I really liked the movie. It was fun. Like I said earlier, it was fun. It was fun to see all my favorite characters. It got me hyped up for Dragon Ball Z. It made me buy some things I probably shouldn't have bought because I need a new car. But it was good. There were things like Vegeta didn't get enough screen time, and why we need to see Piccolo can fight a hell of a lot harder than that, and there were other things. So I'll give it a 7.5. No, 7. Hey, you confused me.
All right.
7.
You keep track of the numbers there?
21.5.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's 21.5. It's plus my 3. It's 24.5.
Yeah,
No.
24.5.
17. Yeah, 24.
All right. So me, I
Make it a decimal to make it easier to do math.
Yeah.
Of course. So when I first walked out of there, I was actually going to give it like a 3 or 4 myself. But as I thought about it, like my dad always told me, you can't be upset when you know what you're going to get going in, and they stuck to what they've always done, like you mentioned. They stuck to their formula, and this was really just to gear everybody back up for what's coming. So now that I realize that, I think it's fair to say that I would definitely give it a 6.5.
31 divided by 5. It's not an even number.
Nope.
Let me get out the phone. So wait, are you saying that?
It's 6.2.
6 point.
Are you saying that my it's a 6.3?
Is it?
That I was actually able to help you see a little bit more to make the movie.
That is very true. Because I was ready to drop a 3 or a 4 on this thing.
So Cole was the only one going in expecting to be disappointed and coming out even worse so.
Yeah.
I
Because I was.
no,
You
I
should
went.
raise your standard.
No, I went in. I didn't expect anything when I went in.
I didn't expect to see a movie.
Well, I expected to see a movie, but I didn't expect
I
Why
oh,
is
it's
there
gonna be
something
great.
on
Oh,
the
it's gonna be
screen?
bad.
Why is there something on this screen?
I thought
I
we were
thought we
hanging
were all
out.
just
I thought we were
hanging
gonna
out.
play laser tag. This is bullshit.
No, but I was ready to totally trash it, but you brought my eyes to light. That made perfect sense, and it's not like they gave us something different that was bad. They gave us exactly what they've been giving us. So for me, that was my own fault for setting my expectations.
It's a flexing competition
Yeah.
in cartoon form.
Right.
Like Piccolo taking his clothes, his cloth clothes off and
Well, no.
giving it to these buff guys. I
No,
know they're
it-
weighted.
oh, okay.
But it looks like cloth and he gives it to these buff guys and they drop.
I was gonna say
It's a flexing contest.
for a second there when you were like, "Oh, his cloth clothing doesn't actually weigh that much." I was like, "All right, we gotta have another conversation, guys."
No, I know it's weighted.
So what's the total?
6-point tray.
6.3 movie lingo rating?
Yeah.
That's kind of harsh. But,
I mean, I even though
we had an
I
outlier.
couldn't give it more because I still
Definitely a liar of some sort.
Listen.
I went in expecting nothing, and still I'm disappointed.
All right, so yeah,
You.
hopefully everybody that watches this will get a chance to see it if you haven't seen it already, and
And
hit
not
us with
hate
your
me too
comments
much.
and tell us what you think. You know, if you
Don't
want
hit us too hard though.
yeah,
Hate
if you,
me too hard. You
you want
mean?
to call us out or you know, alienate certain people. No, I'm joking. All right, so thank you for joining us for this Dragon Ball Z movie lingo discussion. I'm Eddie Lingo. Who are you, Nate?
I'm a little scared.
Yes, we are. He's gonna change.
I
He's
am
gonna transform.
Vegeta.
I'm Nicole. Please don't hate me.
I'm Kendall.
Me. I'm Cody. Slash Vegeta.
Hey, we'll see you
I said I
guys.
was Vegeta.
You're
We'll
not
see you
cool.
guys on the next
I'm Vegeta.
discussion.
I'm Vegeta.
Thought a moon was a
Vegeta.
planet.
He's not known for his intelligence.
Vegeta's very smart.
You're
I'm
very
Squidward.
smart.
I'm Squidward. 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 Squidward.